All right, let's get rolling. Okay, so compositionally wise, your comp kind of is doo doo. This is great and all, but Hog is just one of the worst heroes in the game right now. Right up there with uh, Lucio's kind of iffy, but Hog is just bad. Hog right now has to deal with a lot more CC than he used to. People have just gotten better at playing around Hog. Like Hog is just like a cheese hero that gets you the one shot, so people are just more aware of it. And if he's not getting big hooks, he's a bad hero. So it's like one of the things that's like okay, it's like playing Ana instead of Moira and like Brawl. Okay, if you're not landing big nades as Ana and you're playing against a Moira, the Moira is going to beat you. She's going to outvalue you just as the fight goes on. And it's like that with Hog, with Zarya, with Sigma, with Diva to a lesser extent. If you're not landing hooks consistently with Hog, I don't mean just I hit the hook, but like this is a well-timed hook that is I'm either going to one-shot this person or I'm going to pull them into where my team can kill them. Then you're worthless. Like Zarya and Sigma just do so much more than you do. And just in terms of raw shield damage, their ultimate is 10 times better than yours. They don't bleed ult charge. They actually help their main tank. Like the only thing Hog brings to the table is map control because he kind of like his Sigma can control a side of the map. And the hooks. That's it. Like his ult sucks. His support for his team sucks. He has basically no peel compared to the rest of the off tanks. He's just bad. So Alien, yeah, sounds good to us. Anyway, so I'm not saying that really affects how you play, but I just want general knowledge. If you guys are Hogs, don't throw if you got a Hog on your team. Like you can still win, obviously, but Hog right now is, in my opinion, one of the weakest, most underpowered here in the game. Zen's fine. Zen's fine. Zen isn't really bad until you get to the higher ranks, and then even then he's not bad. He's just not the optimal pick. And like I said, Zen is not a weak hero right now. Like you're gonna notice, there's a lot of heroes like Sombra, Ana, Zen, Diva, Winston, Reinhardt. Like a lot of these heroes are fine in terms of actual like raw power. Like they're fine right now. They're not like relatively overpowered or underpowered. They're just very meta reliant. So like if Brig gets to be really strong, then maybe you see like Zen becomes stronger again, right? Or if you see like let's say all of a sudden that Zarya gets like buffed to high heaven, right? Now all of a sudden Reinhardt's gonna be back. Like right now, Kree is bad, but if Reinhardt gets to be really strong again, you're gonna see probably Kree become stronger again. So it's like a lot of heroes aren't bad, they're just not in the meta right now. Zen is part of that. Zen is not a bad hero right now. Zen has been buffed recently. It's minor buff, but buffed. He's just not really strong with the current set of heroes that are really strong right now. Like Tracer's really strong, so Zen is hard. Brig is not quite as strong as she used to be, so Zen is hard. Ashe is really strong, so things are more spammy related. But Brig is really good still, so yeah. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to. I'm gonna keep focus here. So basically, with Ana here, your job is to keep your main tanks, your tank line up as much as possible. Try and not let your Hog have to heal himself. That's like the worst case scenario because then you're stealing ult charge. Landing nades here is obviously great. And then you have a couple of decent nano targets. Your Genji and Ryan are fine. Kree is okay. Hog when he's ulting, okay. Hog when he's not ulting is too reliant on hooks to get value, so generally not good. Kree, if he's not in a really good position. Generally, these are really the only two that you want to be nanoing, but these aren't awful. Lucio's fine. Enemy composition is also Brawl, but their Brawl's better than yours because they have a Zarya and they have an Ashe, which is going to outvalue your Kree and Genji. Now, Genji's pretty strong right now, so I would say the enemy team has a slight advantage because Zarya is just so much better than Hog, but your DPS line is relatively closer because the Widow Ashe is a little strange. The Ashe is good, but the Widow's not great, so be careful of the Widow. Basically, your job is like be careful of sightlines and farm nano. I like the little nade here. You gotta drop here because you have to respect the Widow. Obviously, worst case scenario here. I'm not a fan of your current positioning right now. As soon as you see Widow go up to here, you no longer want to respect the Rhine shield. So like that's one of the disadvantages of playing into snipers is you can no longer play behind shield and just like fish for nades and stuff. You need to be playing behind cover. And then if you're gonna fish for nades, you're gonna go for a flank. So you're gonna go behind this right door and throw a nade on the flank. Now, there's always a trade-off with Ana when you're using your cooldowns. If the enemy team has snipers, you can't stand behind shields and look for cooldowns. But you're not going to be Dove, and you can go on flanks for free because there's no Genji or Tracer's going to be guarding those flanks. So it ruins the straightforward cooldowns, and it means you're more likely to die straightforward, but you're under no pressure on the back line, and you can go for flanks more for free, right? Whereas if the enemy team is running Genji Tracer, you could play behind your shield all day long and you'd never die, but you could be dove and you couldn't go for flank stuff as much because you get dueled. So there's always a trade-off, and it's up to you to like look at the composition and go like, all right, what is my freedom here to do what I want? Because like right now, this is so scary. This is really, really scary. I don't know what you're being booped by. It looks like a Lucio flank. Yeah, so Lucio flank. But like that's so scary. Don't nade that, don't nade that, maybe nade that. Oh yeah. That was kind of sketch there. That's a big dynamite and yeah, okay, so you're fine. Playing cover here is good. I would be very careful about this peek from the Widow here. So I'd like you to either play the, and I actually Widow peek here as well, so I'd like you to pick a position that's either like maybe all the way hugging the wall, which is a little risky, or you can play further back and play near the pylon, or you can play near the mini and just keep your eyes here. Or the mega, I can't remember what size health factor it is, but you want to avoid being in the open. Even though this feels like cover, it's not really cover because you're not really near a solid structure. Whenever you can, even if it's just like a little lump, like those little half pillars behind you, that's better than nothing, right? Be very careful about what you're doing right now. I can tell you're looking for a nade, but this is not the type of nade that you want to look for into their comp. Straightforward nades are sketch. I mean, okay nade, I guess, but again, I don't like how you look for it. Okay, so I want you nanoing Ryan here. I think you can build up another nano here. He's half HP. Your Genji's half the blade, so you'll build up another nano by the time he gets blade. Your Ryan is going to die if you don't nano him, and if you nano him, you will probably win the fight. So I think like there's a balance of like I'm gonna save nano for my Genji, or I'm gonna win this fight with this nano right here. Generally, I always say save nano, but in this instance, you've got another good nano target that you can nano, and your Genji's not even close to blade, so you might as well. What about Tracer? Tracer's good. Genji's good. Going ham on the macro? Yeah. I just want him to... oh, wow. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. That makes me really, really angry. Like, here's the thing, okay? You can do everything halfway decently up until this point, okay? You can be the gymnast that's running perfect strides, your arm movement is perfect, you plant perfect, but if you choke the landing, it doesn't matter everything good that you did up to this point. I don't care if you did everything right, nade, sleeps, but then you choke on the nano that you need to win the fight. All of this work is worthless. You are a worthless human being. You have no value, nobody cares for you, nobody loves you, and it's because you choked in the execution. You got everything right, everything staged, everybody's happy, and then you just dropped off the face of the earth, and nobody cared, okay? Nobody cared, except for, the Ryan, who's probably going to die here because you didn't help him out. That Ryan on the enemy team survived. Even though your Ryan didn't die, you still aren't winning the fight, and the enemy Ryan survived when he should have died because you missed the nano. Hey, Alpha. It's shameful. Like it's disgusting. Like, and then now you're wrong. Oh, good. That's some juicy old church there. Sleep that, please. Always call that too. So like, calling a sleep on this and primal are the two that you definitely want to call. Blade as well, but not. It's a lot harder to hit, so it's a little bit less likely that you land the sleep.
Stream pop champ petition to change sub noise to dance video.
Wait, what? Hey, Lightrace, sub noise to dance video? That would actually be pretty funny. You gotta remind me, we'll do it. How am I doing, friend? I'm doing okay. Yeah, I didn't wake him up and went over his head. Okay, you got beat. All good and dandy. Your Genji's still like 78% blade. Ooh, bless. Please hit your shots. Please hit your shots. Alright, you need to nade that. Unfortunately, he was purple. Doesn't matter anyway. Nade that. It's fine to nade that. Just because you know he's going to be low, he's going to continue to take damage. So remember, guys, nade isn't just for healing. Nade increases the healing he gets afterwards, too. So remember that as well. This is 100% winnable. Unlucky. You can sleep this. Nice. Nade the floor, nade the floor, nade the floor, nade the floor, nade the floor. Nade the floor! That was so sketch. You're purple. Nade that, nade that. Nano. Oh, you're not going to nano. Why? You're going to lose this fight if you don't nano. You're going to lose the fight! I don't care if you nano Ryan or Genji. Nano the Ryan! Please don't do it. Please don't. 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 Is it okay to just nade if you don't hit your shots? I mean, if the person's gonna die if you don't, I guess. You wanna avoid that. What's going on here? What are you doing? Aww. I mean, the nano's fine, I guess. But, like, it's so hard for your Kree to get value out of this because he has no space and he's gonna die and grab anyway. Dude, you threw the fight 2 nanos in a row. And the thing that kills me is this isn't even the hard part. Like, positioning is difficult. Sometimes cooldown usage is difficult, right? No, you're failing the nano or Reinhardt. You nano the Hog, then you fail the nano the Genji or the Reinhardt, and then you nano the Kree. You've nanoed the 2 people I told you probably shouldn't, and then didn't nano the people I told you probably should. Like, and it's not even like, oh, nano Ryan, nano Genji. Those are people you normally don't nano. Those are unpopular, but I'm educating you that you should. Everybody knows that you should nano Ryan and Genji. Everybody knows. But nano Hog, I mean, I guess maybe better than Kree. I don't know. It depends on the circumstance. That one's a lot closer. All right. Scoot. You're gonna have to nade that. Ooh, missed sleep. Nade that. Yeah, nice. Because if you hit that nade, obviously it heals your team, but it also will hit the Reaper and probably forces Wraith. If you force Reaper Wraith, that's really important. Reaper Wraith is just like, you gotta think of Reaper Wraith. If you force Reaper Wraith, it's like either he dies or it's a huge damage nerf to him. Like, you just nerf his damage because he has to go back in his team and play in a really safe spot where he's not gonna do a whole lot. Like, his most important, like, ability. Nade yourself. Just nade yourself. Please just nade yourself. There's zero reason for you to save nade here. What are you going to nade? Where's your nade opportunity here? Why are you not nading yourself? You're not going to need it. You've won the fight. They're in their spawn. Nade yourself. You're in body shot range here. Okay, so they are now on Reaper Echo, so things get a little bit hairy here, cooldown usage-wise. You could play a little bit more open in sightlines without getting your head blown off, but I still want you to play near cover just because it's always good. You do need to kind of watch your butt cheeks, though. For this guy, less so this guy, a little bit of this guy, but more this guy. Okay? Boostio, Nanohung, yeah. I don't think that there'd ever be a good time to Boostio. I can't think of a time. Besides, like, literally if he's the only person on card, obviously. Ooh, that's a lost fight. That's a fat shatter grab. Nothing you can do about that. Just peace. Run. Oh, that's actually a plus. That's huge. Huge. Oh, nice. You got it. Okay, that's all right. That means that you're gonna get a clean recontest without too much trouble. Because their Rhine is still not there. He's almost there. Definitely nano your Genji here. He's got Blade. Nano Blade is huge because, like, I don't always call for ult combos, but Nano Blade is huge because it, like, gives him the survivability to actually get. He's blading. He's blading. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. You're absolutely kidding me. You missed the Nano Blade? What? How? Can you not? Like, it's not even, oh, he didn't call for it. You need to anticipate that stuff, dude. Like, when you come out here and he has Blade, I don't even wait for Genji to call for it. If I see him forward in a regularly aggressive position, I just go. Now, if he's in comms and I can communicate him or he's asking for it, great. Then I don't need to worry about it. But if I'm not in voice or he's not in voice or he's not talking and I just see him double jumping around here, like, let me go back to where you should have nanoed him. Where's your Genji? You should nano him now. You should be pushing up to nano him now. You can't see him right now, but you can definitely, if you push forward. Like, you're like, oh, I should nano him. And you still don't nano him. You still don't nano him. This fight is losable and you still don't nano him. In fact, the fight's won by, I guess, the pressure that Genji outputs, but not even the kills that he gets. Oh, your Rhine is so low. Just nade that. Okay. I feel like I'm being, like, I feel like you guys are softballing me. You're like, oh, Spilo, he hasn't been, doing streams for a while. He's kind of out of it. He's out of practice. So let's lob him a nice, easy VOD review for him. Nothing complicated. No complicated cooldown discussion or macro. Just a nice, gold on it that literally doesn't know how to press Q in even the most fundamental basic process. This is like an arithmetic teacher having to teach 1 + 1. I'm like, oh, okay. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. Like, I didn't really want to turn on my brain today anyway. Is it worth putting yourself in a position to pull off Nano Blade? Yes. Obviously, it's better if you don't have to, but it is absolutely worth it. Nano Blade wins fights rather than you being in a slightly worse position. Because yeah, I like you saw there, it would have been awkward for him to walk forward in Nano Blade. Doesn't matter. You need to win the fight. Nano Blade is way too important to not. And again, chat, this person might already know that they're, oh please, Nano or Nade or something. You're still Nano. He still has Nano. Again, it's not about the knowledge, yeah? It's about the execution. Oh, good, you nano your Kree, because that makes a lot of sense. Oh my gosh, dude. Like at this point, it's like I don't give a rip about this. Who gives a rip? It's still about Nano Ryan is just better. It's more consistent. Nano Kree is not bad. It is just more consistent than Nano Urian when he's in swing distance. Now, again, if he now stop chat. When would it be better to nano your Kree over your Reinhardt? Tell me when. Give me the circumstances. Turn on your brain. Why is it better than Nano Ryan? Don't just say Nano Ryan, dude. Because there are certain times when I'd be in a comp game and like Diamond Masters of GM, and my Ryan would ask for Nano. I'd be like, yeah, I'm not nanoing you, brother. Sorry, I'm gonna nano so and so, right? Why is AutoMod using the word kill? What the heck? When you Kree is Eggsy? Yeah, Deadeye is alright. Nano Deadeye is okay. It makes it a little bit more attractive. It's not great combo, but it's okay. Would I think I'm using Nano reactively instead of proactively? Depends on the circumstance. If the enemy team is like running dive, worth it. But outside of that, not really. Kree's on a good flank. Yeah, that's another good situation. Sure. Countering a Nano Blade. That one's risky, but okay. I can see if you have Nade plus Nano, definitely worth. Off angle, yeah. Also, another thing, if the enemy team is like running dive tanks, so like a Ball or a Winston or Diva, like who's your Ryan going to swing on? You know what I'm saying? If they're good, they're going to bypass your Reinhardt, you know, and they're going to get backline. So like then nanoing your Kree to counter a dive is great, right? So depends on the circumstance. I just want you to like all I really want Papa Bear to do here. I can't believe I just said that sentence. Is think about who I should be nanoing in the circumstance right here. You know, and maybe he did. Maybe he thought that Nano Kree was the best decision there. I don't think it was, and I think the Nano Kree was actually an accident because I feel like it was. In either case, you need to work on your Nano execution. Like even right now, why are you waiting to Nano? You don't need to wait till they're critical to Nano. Like your Ryan is in swing distance. Your Ryan lands a great pen and manages to keep himself alive. Second time he's kept himself alive despite being critical. So. There it is, Dragonfly. It literally, no shotgun. What the heck, dude? I'm about to boomer myself, but what a bunch of snowflakes, man. Hey, Kona. Literally playing a game where people are shooting each other and I can't say the word shotgun. Alright. Whatever. Nano can be used to heal, that's a value too? Right. So like that's where like nanoing a Kree to counter dive would be helpful because you see them coming in. Maybe the first little bit of initial damage lands on that Kree, and you then heal him right back up again. And obviously he's lethal to the team that he jumps on. Can save him with Nano. I'm not a huge fan of using Nano to save hook targets because generally the person's so out of position they'll die anyway, and also you get the unlucky circumstance where they get hooked and naded, or maybe they get one shot and your Nano is cancelled and you lose it. It's not a bad move. It's just risky. Nano your Ryan, Nano your Ryan, nade your Ryan, nade your Ryan, nade your Ryan. Oh, tire. This is maybe still holdable. That's a good sleep. Probably gonna have to Nano your Hog, sadly. Yeah, that's fine, Nano. That's your best Nano of the game so far. He's going to buy so much time. He really should not have ulted, though. If he should have ulted, he should have played very passive. Huge beat. Definitely one here. Should be one. Just deal with the Junkrat first. Nice. Alright, you guys are good. Right? Yeah, you're good. I didn't set up the automod settings. This is new. Twitch is being boinky on me, man. Like, I don't know what's going on. I literally, I guarantee you that there's been shotgun. Try and nade them more. Nade them more. Nice. Unfortunate. You're positioned way too close here. Really, there's no reason for you to be, because like your team is here. You should be playing back, because like you're getting all your cooldowns forced and you're getting stressed out, and now you're about to get shattered because you're positioned so far forward. And even if you did get shattered, that Zarya's gonna be like, okay, there's an Ana standing right behind Rhine Shell. I'm just gonna walk forward. Remember, they don't have snipers here, right? So there's no reason for you not to be a million miles away, right? Right? They only have like a Tracer or Sombra that might be able to 1v1 you. Like, they're up close, in your face. You don't want to be there. So, nanoing super, super, super bad from you. And sometimes your positioning in terms of like proximity to tanks is a little clunky. I think it's fine, Aiden. I like it when the person I'm nanoing has a mobility cooldown too, or I have nade. I don't think nano is consistent if I don't have nade, because Nano Blade is doing 180 a chop. They can still essentially two shot them with 2 chops if you don't have nade, because you can nano them. They chop once, you nade, so you basically full heal all the damage done from the chop, and then any shot that you do healing wise afterwards, I think does what? Over 100 damage. So you can essentially 1 healing shot out heals 1 damage slash from a Nano Blade. So I like it if I have nade. I don't like it if I don't have nade. Okay. They're running something weird, a lot of spam damage. So again, utilize cover. Keep your Orisa Sigma alive as best as you can. You really have to. Okay, chat. Who should he nano here? By the way, who should he nano here? Let's put it this way. Who should he not nano? There's a couple people I really would not nano. When I nano Zarya or Rhine typically depends. If my Rhine is literally up in their gullet, Rhine. If it's a little bit more spread out, or even if the enemy team, again, if the enemy team is playing dive or something like that, Zarya. You have to look at the circumstance. But nano Zarya, especially if she's high charged, is not bad. Sigma, yeah. I don't like nanoing Orisa. I would not nano Orisa. Yeah, don't nano Orisa. Definitely not Widow, obviously. Obviously not Lucio. Reason for Orisa is she's like kind of slow. She doesn't have a lot of like consistent range damage, and she already has Fortify, so she doesn't get as much value out of the survivability. Lucio, obviously. Widow, obvious reasons. Really, Kree or Sig are really your only options here. Sig and Kree, it's going to depend on, you're going to have to do it on a case-by-case basis. Going to see, does my Kree have ult? Does my Sigma have a really good off angle? Is my Sigma in the middle of the enemy team? Does my Kree in the middle? Like, you don't have a good nano target, so it's just going to, like, you're going to have to look at the Kree and Sigma and then decide in the circumstance. You would nano Orisa here? I disagree. I think Orisa doesn't really need the survivability, and she just does so, like, her damage is so, like, meaningless. It would depend on the circumstance, though. I can see a circumstance where your Orisa doesn't have Fortify, and you're going to lose a fight if you don't nano her, but if you nano her, you might win. So I'm not going to say don't nano your Orisa. I'm just saying you don't have, your best targets are clearly your Sigma and Kree. Probably need to nade yourself here, please. Please nade yourself. You're slow on that. Again, they're getting shattered. It's a little bit of telltale sign that your positioning isn't super good. You have farmed up a nano. This is where like their comp is just so much better than yours, because you just can't get through a choke with Orisa Sigma like this. Especially with this support line. Like, you have no real spam damage. You don't really have really good off-angle DPS. Like, your Widow's fine. Like, this is fine. And this, I don't know if you guys can see that. This is fine. Yeah. But these don't match. This is like a rush style DPS and rush style healers, and then the spam DPS, and so you're kind of split down the middle. And this team is a pretty much, I mean, their Bastion went to Doom, but this is a much better comp than yours. This one is a weird brawl, but it's actually a brawl. You don't have spam or brawl. You're just kind of in between. So we will see what you do with your nano here. Theoretically, you could also you need to nade yourself, man. That's the 3rd time that you've almost died or did die because you chose not to nade yourself when you could have very easily have done so. If your Lucio builds beat, this might be winnable. They're not really low though, so I would hesitate. Yeah, so that's a lost fight. Not great positioning, not really nading yourself, and then obviously nothing out of the nano. By the way, this isn't much of a roast here, guys. I apologize. This is more like chill. Yeah. Ryan Zarya, yeah, Ryan Zarya is really good here. Ryan Zarya is really good here. Arista Sigma's good, but you have to like take high grounds and stuff. It's really hard to get through that choke. What was that?
Chicken.
Alright, can you explain?
Yeah.
There's something above you. Almost. Not a bad attempt. I would wait till your beat expires and then maybe you can chant nano. Nano afterwards. Is this winnable? Is this winnable? No. You need to be faster in the draw of these nanos. Like these devolve fights, you need to have a game plan of like who I'm gonna nano ahead of time. Because now it's been 2 fights and you still haven't nanoed. And the reason is because you're slow. Oh dear, whoops. You're so slow. Like stuff is happening and you're just like, and then you're just dying with nano. It's okay. Alright, you got a Genji here. And at this point in the game, I would not be mad if you waited to nano. Your comp now is weird. Wait, did I skip ahead? No, I didn't. Okay. Your comp is really weird now, but it's unironically better because you actually have a Ryan to get through the choke, and Brig is pretty strong too. So, you also have a much better nano target in the Genji. So, I would prefer you to just see if your Genji can build Blade and then nano ahead of time. Good sleep. Nade that, nade that. You're really slow in your nades. Really slow in your nades. This is nade territory right here. This guy's going to go back in. You're going to nade him, and you're going to nade the Doom, and you're going to nade the Ryan. You go for the sleep first, which is fine, but then you just don't nade. And then you shoot instead of nading, even though you have a bunch of clump of criticals. And now you've lost another fight, which was 100% winnable if you had naded. I can understand why you don't nano that, because you want to save it for the Genji Blade. Back up, please. But it's not working out. I like your sleeps, by the way. I think if you keep practicing your sleeps, you're going to be really good. I like that on the easy sleeps where somebody's just like moving in one direction, you take the time to like line them up. And then when Doomfist engages really fast, you don't rush it, but you like try and aim it. Like you're going to be really good at sleeping, I think, as time goes on. I'm encouraged by your sleep.
This is the tiniest baby carrot I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my gosh, I think it's tiny.
Wait, no.
Look at this, guys.
Wait.
Oh my gosh. They're babies. Alright.
Here, you can have the rest.
Thank you. Alright, so Nano Blade, here we go. They're gonna have grab. Nano, 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 nano. I'm done. We're done, chat. We're done. Yep, we're done. I mean, what do I have to say? I mean, you had the perfect opportunity to nano, and you didn't do it. It's over. Hey, chat. Yeah. If any VOD is older than like 3 or 4 weeks long, I'm not gonna review it. It's not your bad. It's my bad for not streaming that long, but like it's out of my control between work and stuff. Like I said, we're gonna be updating the subscriber benefits so it's clearer. So my bad, not your bad. Sitting nano for Overwatch 2? Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Alright, next VOD. We're gonna go on the next VOD. So to wrap it up for Papa Bear, please, please, please have a game plan with what you're doing to nano ahead of time. Don't reactively nano unless you're planning on reactively nano. I mean, you can. It's not the worst thing in the world to do, but you shouldn't. It's not even like, oh, I just didn't react fast enough. No, you should almost always know who you're nanoing before the fight even starts.
2 months,
You just make it so much
our
easier on yourself.
to the next
This shouldn't be a
level.
game of, oh, I'm gonna reactively nano. Oh, it's like a reaction speed game. It's like the Zenyatas that try and trance EMP, and they're like, oh, my reaction speed isn't fast enough. Well, no, you just didn't track EMP. It makes it so much easier to do your job if you anticipate it coming. So know who you're nanoing ahead of time, or like have a game plan. You can communicate it or not, and don't give a rip. And then really, I think the big major issue is your positioning wasn't great, but you're so freaking slow with your nades. So slow. So slow.
I found a present for you.
You peaked 4.5, but you're stuck in bronze. Any suggestions? No, keep up the good work. Nice. Not for me.
I was joking.
Chat, have any of you guys ever had bison before?
I got it! Oh god, I missed most of it, no.
I'm trying to catch up here. He hate the baby? I have no idea. I'm catching him in chat here. Not parent. It's been 2 months. We can take our relationship to the next level. Can't do that. Sorry, I am married. I appreciate the offer, though. Thank you for the sub. Oh god, I missed most of it. No, sorry, Neo. 27 months. 3 cubed. Thank you so much, Neo. That's a special number. You've seen Gordon Ramsay eat a bison penis. Well, I will be passing on that. Bison is something that I thought I would like. I feel like I've liked before, but for whatever reason I had it recently and it just tastes like doo-doo. It tasted weird. Yeah. Wait, Leo. Wait, where Lightwaves? Where did you? Wait, Lightwaves, where? Where did you sub? Did I miss it? I missed it. Thank you, Lightwaves.
Guys, I thought you said you should make the dance your notification.
Oh, yes, I did. I did respond to it, Lightwaves. You're picking on me. I did respond to that. It was a good one. Thank you. Good work. Maybe Bison. Yeah. I don't know if it's different or not. I'm not going to give that a shot, though. Alright. I've never played Zarya before. Alright. So you're going to have, like, basically no hours in Zarya. Right. Alright. So. Dolas. Why do you play Zarya? What is Zarya good at? Chat, you can help him out a little bit if you want. What is Zarya good at?
Not having a shield.
Hey, Frosted. Dude, Frosted is a monster, guys. This man, we played him in an official. Flippin' Skyfox's trash can team, right? No way. They kicked their butts. And Frosted rocked, I think, 3 fluxes. 3 as a Sigma. Absolute animal. Nothing swapped the Winston Diva? Zarya's nothing? Absolutely nothing? Damage and enable. Yeah, so big one. Zarya does an absurd amount of damage. Now, Zarya's kind of doo-doo on this map because there's so much high ground that she can't, like, reach everybody. But yeah, Zarya is legit, like, super high damage. Like, sometimes you'll even play her over Sigma and maps where there's, like, close up, because a high charge Zarya does more damage than any other off tank in the game. She's a monster, okay? So damage, 100% right. But what's the second thing that Zarya is used for?
Bubbles.
Mom ain't got to cost track games. I mean, that's what people were saying. What I'm saying is people were saying that, Frosted. They were wrong. You guys were good. We played like trash, but you guys took out the trash, is what I'm saying. You guys were much better than people give you credit for. Alright. Turn your team's feeds into plays. Enabling aggression. Yeah. So that's the thing, is like enabling aggression. Like, Matrix and Bubble are 2 sides of the same coin. They both have the same purpose of enabling aggression, but one does so in a way that increases this person's damage and also denies CC. The other one does one that just eats projectiles, but is way more consistent in terms of like cooldown. Like if the cycling, you can Matrix a lot more than you can Bubble, right? So right now, you look at your team and you look at the enemy team and you say, okay, who am I going to be bubbling? Who wants to go in really aggressively right now? Who will benefit from having an extra 200 HP and immunity to CC? And like right now, for this choke right here, definitely Reinhardt. He's going to come smashing through here. You're going to bubble him. You're going to get 40 charge instantaneously. He's going to smash through this choke and start beat people up. Now, maybe they drop, maybe they spread out, and then your Ryan's Heart's alone on point. In which case, you probably no longer really want to bubble your Ryan because he's not going to have a lot of people to swing on. But maybe your Genji dashes into their backline, you bubble your Genji, right? So you really want to bubble people who are doing something, who are in the midst of a brawl. So the reason that you see sometimes Zarya played more often than Diva is with the strength of Brig, with the strength of Ashe, with the strength of different things like that. Like, the amount of damage that you can eat is insignificant, like Sigma Rock as well, is less important. Like right now in Overwatch, Zarya is more popular than Diva because Bubble blocks Sigma Rock and Bubble blocks Bash. And that's that's what kills people right now. Not the spam damage. It's Bubble and Bash. And that's why Zarya is more popular with Dive. Also, you'll see Dive more with like Genjis and stuff. And Genji loves Zarya Bubble, right? Doomfist loves Zarya Bubble. You're running with a Sombra Tracer? don't really want Zarya bubble. They're not really going into the heart of the enemy team anyway. Widowmaker doesn't need Zarya bubble. Ashe doesn't need it. You know, like I'm trying to think of what other heroes you might potentially run. Hanzo doesn't need Zarya bubble, right? So it's like the heroes that really get up in the teeth, the Winstons, the Reinhardts, the Genjis, the Dooms, that like the Zarya bubble. And right now, like I said, even if you're running a Winston that's traditionally run with Diva, if you're running it to like Brig and Junkrat and stuff like that, where there's just like a lot of CC, the bubble is almost better than the Matrix sometimes. So right now, I don't like Zarya on this map, but right now, Zarya is good with your composition. She's very good with your composition because she's going to enable your Rein, she's going to enable your Genji, and she's going to enable your Doom. And your entire comp is like a weird brawl comp. This is not a good comp for the map, but this is a good comp, for sure. So definitely, you want to bubble your Rein because he's the most important person to go aggressive right now, and then you can read the battlefield afterwards. All right? So that was a little bit of a tangent, but I want to make sure we fully understand. Now, if you were running Diva here, it wouldn't be bad either, because you could theoretically, you could also matrix your team through the choke, but yeah, your Rein's a little slow. Okay, your Rein's dropped to main. Now, what you can do too, you can ask your team, be like, hey guys, can we use 2 bubbles and just wait? And you could take damage, back up, wait for your bubbles, and then go back in with your next set of bubbles. And then not only will you have your bubbles like you did last time, but you'll have bubbles and you'll be like a murder machine. So like right now, this seems to be what you're doing on accident. Yeah, this is not good. Not good. Not a good bubble. You want to reactively bubble or proactively bubble if you're communicating. So like right now, look at your Rein, okay? He's backing off. He's charging his shield, right? He's not going in yet. Not going in, not going in, not going in. You're like, hey, go in, Rein. I'm bubbling you. This right here is right up there with modern art in terms of visually offensive. Okay? This is that banana peel stuck to the wall, whatever this morons use and call it art, right? This is painful, okay? Because your Rein really isn't in a position to be using this right now. He's behind a wall. And when he actually starts to push in, now he doesn't have it. Now you're like, oh, but it took damage for him instead of his shield. But maybe your Reinhardt can just use the shield to walk in, then you bubble him, and that allows him to drop his shield and swing without getting CC'd or stuff. So you don't really want to bubble when you're closing distance. You want to use his shield when you're closing distance and bubble when he can actually swing, because he's not going to get CC'd if he's blocking his shield, right? You want him to be able to swing with bubble once he's actually swinging. So early bubble. Early bubble. Could have been a little later. You are closing distance though. That's good. Maybe, you know, your Rein is backing off. Your Rein really just needs to go. Yeah, this isn't terrible though. You guys are eventually going. Your Rein just charges in. Okay. Classic Reinhardt. Passive, 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 passive shift. But, you know, a better bubble time would have helped that a lot. Not right here. This is a bubble. Because this is where you're going to get concussive mind, halted, shot in the head. This is where he's at most risk of getting burst. And remember, by the way, if your bubble has 5 HP left on it, and Junkrat throws a grenade at it, it's going to do 0 damage. 5 HP of a bubble will block any instance of damage. So, are you aim locking any? What's going on here? What is going on with your mechanics, dude? By the way, sorry for the sizzling in the back. I've got Gordon Ramsay in my kitchen.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, Gordon Ramsay's a little prettier.
What is Listen, I don't have to.
Dolas? Hello?
Are you not hungry anymore?
What's happening to us? 1 FPS? Okay. Your laptop sucks. Okay. I mean, honestly, dude, I don't know if maybe that's a contributing factor as well. I can tell you, playing on a laptop is not cash money.
Saying cash money's not.
Your mama's cash money. This bubble's fine, I guess, to get him out. Now you really need to get out. You really need to get out. You need to be careful because you're gonna get halted. Okay, Riss is not gonna halt you. So like, all right, chat. Read the situation. Who does Zarya need to bubble here? What is what is Dolas looking to bubble? Yeah, why Genji? Well, even dropping to 1 frames or 3 frames every now and then is really bad. Yeah, he's got blade. He's gonna blade in, and the bubble is gonna mean that, you know, Junkrat's gotta throw a concussive mine on to boop him away. And it's not gonna matter. He's gonna take no damage. So I'm assuming that he's blading here, and if he does, you need to bubble him. Or, you know, actually the bubble and the rally is fine too. Wow, that's monstrous. Okay. I don't have game audio on right now because, like I said, no headphones, but that was a monstrous Riptire. That's actually unfortunate. The bubble on the Brig wasn't bad. Again, the concept of what is a good bubble and a bad bubble, it takes literally like 3 brain cells to figure out. The Brig is going in really hard, bubble Brig, fine. If your Genji's not going to blade, fine. Also, it actually might be smarter for your Genji not to blade because Riptire is a huge blade shutdown. It's better for more consistent for Nanoblade, but it's a little bit of an early bubble there again. And I'm gonna be this nitpicky just to make sure you understand the concept. Because again, you need to look at when is your Rhine actually like swinging, right? When is your Rhine like on top of them, right? You're getting a little charged personal bubble. It's a little early. It's not bad. It's just a tad early. Like maybe you let him take just a tiny bit of damage and then you can bubble him afterwards. That being said, this is not a bad bubble at all. If you bubble like this every single time, I won't complain that much. I think you could. I'll give that a solid 7 out of 10. You know. So no serious complaints there. You should grab this. You should grab. Nice. Oh, you got the Falcon Mercy too. Huge. Bubble. Huge bubble. Honestly, dude. So far, your bubbles have not been too bad. They've not been great, but they have not been bad. I don't know what rank you are right now, but this is like. And mechanically, you know, nothing crazy. Like, and again, like right now, I don't know why you're on cart. You should be pushing up and spamming and trying to build charge. You don't want Zarya on cart. She does way too much damage. Even on a map like this, you should be pushing up. Yeah, this isn't bad. You're not really high energy. You're 0 energy now, which in terms of your personal bubbles have like yeah, this is a bad personal bubble. Okay, so let's put it this way. Let me put it more accurately. Your personal bubbles for getting charge have been bad or mediocre at best. Your projected bubbles on your teammates have been good. They've not been excellent, but they've been good. This is a good bubble. This is it. This is a good bubble. Look at your Rhine. I don't really like your Rhine going this early, but this is a darn good bubble. Like, look at how much space that your Rhine got, and look at your Rhine's shield. Look at your Rhine's shield. Full shield. Look at his HP. Basically full HP. Full shield, full HP. It's a good bubble. Oh yeah, Chrono. Hey, KSAA. Poggers. Alright. This is a good bubble. I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of okay, seriously. Fix your frames, bro, or uninstall the aim lock. What is this? What is this? I mean, it's clearly not aim lock because you're making circles around the enemy team. But this is some sketch stuff. That's a pretty good personal bubble. Just be careful of hook now. You really need to be careful of hook now. Again, chat, good or bad bubble? Bad? Okay, yes, it's a tad early, but don't give me that. Don't give me this as a bad bubble, you bots. This is a fine, it's not a great bubble, but it's fine. I asked if it was bad or good. This is clearly a fine bubble. It's not great. Your Rhine really should have gone for the Bongo, but the bubble was fine. So if we could just work on your like some of your mechanics and your personal bubble usage, we're gonna be dare I say cash money.
Please don't.
That bubble's careful. You really have to be careful about your personal bubble usage into Orisa comps because halt afterwards is really sketch.
Do you want to make it?
Sure.
Or do you want
Like right now, you gotta be careful, brother. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. You could bubble. It's a little early of a bubble, but fine.
It tastes like Thanksgiving.
Cheers, mate. Again, I don't know why you're personal bubbling there. Literally nobody's looking at you. Grab is fine. Like, it's fine because Orisa doesn't have Fortify, which I hope you tracked. Keep going. You're now the main tank. Burn the Orisa. Burn the Orisa. Burn the Orisa. Not the Orisa shield. Burn the Orisa. Now your personal bubble. That's fine. You could projected bubble somebody. You for a little while there, you just kind of forgot to bubble, and you had 2 guys in deep. But your team is pressing W. You're melting people. then yeah. All right. So right. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, bless. That's a good bubble. Nice. Just burn the immortality field, or actually, yeah, burn the BAP. BAP's a better choice here. Bubble Moira, fine, whatever. It's like right now again, it's just like a devolved fight, so whoever's actually doing something deserves a bubble. Wow, nice, nice. Hog champ. Please don't go off the map. Please don't go. No. You guys, oh, you guys actually lose. That's actually insane. Okay. Take some damage for this. Again, way too early in the personal bubble. Like, you want to like, you either want to have like a guarantee of damage coming in, like you're seeing Junkrat grenades or Fire Strike lobbed your way, or you're like, I'm starting to be shot for like a split second, and then I project personal bubble. Because right now you're just like, oh, I think they'll shoot me here, so I'm gonna put a bubble. You got literally zero charge. That's so bad. And again, and then you play like this when you don't have personal. You don't have your personal bubble. You cannot play this aggressive, especially because your team isn't with you. So you've used an entire bubble cycle, and you now have what? 10 charge. Doo-doo. And if your Rhine is waiting for your team to get here, so your Rhine is an idiot because he's got like basically no shield, and the fight is just now starting. Well, your Brig's not even there yet. You really should be waiting longer. So your Rhine's an idiot. But you need to ask your Rhine between fights to get charge for you. You can do that. You can be like, hey, Ryan, take some time for me. He just walks out there, throws a Fire Strike, bubble him. Maybe you only get like 15, 20 charge, but that's better than nothing because you're gonna go back in 10 seconds anyway. You're not gonna go in immediately, so there's no point saving bubbles. And you can talk to your Ryan about that. That personal is okay. Your Ryan just gets shredded. They're bongoing. Your Ryan has no shield HP because he's a bot, and your Brig wasn't there yet, so that's not really your fault. That being said, there's zero reason for you to be this low charge into a team that has this much spam. They have Hog, Orisa, Junkrat. That's a good bubble. You can grab this now. 100% grab this. Grab. It's like, it's going to be one fight anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, all the grab does is just make sure that one DPS doesn't clutch, right? The fight, this is one fight territory anyway, so just grab the first person that touches cart. That's a stupid bubble. You don't need the bubble. If you don't need the bubble, don't bubble. It's like, yeah, okay. So again, projected bubbles have been relatively solid. You do a really poor job of getting charge between fights, and your personal bubbles are garbage. Are really bad. You're not using voice chat? Alright. Risky. Careful. You're a little late there to get charge. That bubble's okay. It's a little late for a charge bubble. That's my only concern. Back out. Oh, bless. Okay. So you should be fine now. You're charged. You have your personal... Come on, man. You can't do that. This is right up there with the nano thing with the Ana. You've done so well, and then you do this? Don't even bubble right now. They're not going through the choke. So it's not just you missed the bubble. You bubble at a time when it's meaningless for you to bubble anyway. Why are you bubbling now? Let them come out. Your DPS can't do anything in there. You really need to body block for your Rhine. I don't know what's going on here. This is a feed. This is a hardcore feed. Yeah, you can't do anything in there. Look at your Hanzo. What the heck is your Hanzo supposed to do? What the heck is your Genji supposed to do? You're bubbling your Rhine and like encouraging him to go in deep when you really should not be. This is really bad. This is really bad. You have the Cole to slow them down, but you're not going to get any kills. And now they're going to come back with their Cole, and you guys are screwed. So right now, it really doesn't matter who you bubble, because you're going to lose this fight anyway. Just whoever's like in combat. I mean, honestly, you could really should strongly consider just backing out and trying to play for a recontest. Because maybe if you oh, they whiffed Grav. Yeah, you get a recontest with your Rhine, but it's good going for the Ana first. Unfortunate. But terrible bubble in the Brig. Terrible bubble. And then I think you need to like actually engage in them. Very risky. That bubble's fine-ish, I guess, for charge. You really can't take a fight here anyway. Alright, you need to go. You're Genji. If it's a bad... it's not bad, but that was not a great personal bubble. Good bubble on the Rhine. That's a great bubble on the Rhine. Probably not necessary to grab anymore, but you can grab that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, worth. He got booped, but if you grab anywhere near your team, he's going to be in it. So that's a risky move, but I think it's worth. That's like for me, I get like 60-70% of the time it works, and it's worth it. Okay. Oh, your doom just ends. Okay. Don't use a personal bubble here. So like chat, why should he not use personal bubble here? Yeah, it's a zoning graph. Yeah, unironically. Yep, agreed. You put it near your backline. He's sucked in if he commits. Well, no, it's not even graviton coming. So like, screw ult tracking right now. You're not a high enough rank for you to worry about ult tracking. I mean, you can if you want to, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is right now you're at 90 charge. You're at 90 charge. Why would you do another greed bubble? You don't need more charge right now. You would rather have the survivability tool right now. It's like it'd be like bubbling at 99 charge, basically. It's pointless. That's the more important concept, is like doing greed bubbles when you're already at high charge. Like, here's another concept. If you're in the middle of a fight and you're brawling with the enemy team and you have personal bubble, but they're just not shooting you and you're 100 charge, don't use your personal bubble. What if they like Diva Bomb or like Graviton or like Blade or like try and CC you or something, and then all of a sudden turn on you and you don't have your personal bubble because you used it to get 4 charge in the middle of a fight when they weren't even looking at you. Like, this is a pretty good use of your personal bubble because it got you some space. It got you out, right? And you'd also decayed charged enough to where it was like less bad. This is again a questionable bubble because like, yeah, it helps your Ryan a little bit, but you're already super high charged and your Ryan's probably fine. I don't know. I'm not going to pick on you as much because it did look like you're trying to help your Ryan out, but definitely not a great bubble. You need to play. You really should try and get out here if you can. I don't think you're going to be able to, though. Yeah, it's too late. Yeah. What about using personals, take a hyper-aggressive position and go for kills? Sure. Yeah, that's fine. But again, you're doing it for a purpose, not just pressing it because. And if you want to go hyper-aggressive, use it responsively. Like, I go hyper-aggressive, they start shooting me, then I personal bubble myself. Questionable personal bubble again, I think there. I had it too fast. Yeah, like, why? You get 1 Sigma volley, which is lucky, but you bubble your Ryan, you just pin into their backline. Nobody's shooting you. The Sigma's shooting at you, but he's an idiot. He shouldn't be shooting you. You got lucky. Yeah, this is lost. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Gonna bubble your. Oh, nice. Oh. Okay. Careful. Personal bubble. Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. That personal bubble just saved your life. If you'd done it half a second earlier, you would have died. You start to kite out. They chase you. You personal bubble. You get 40 charge, and you survive. Iffy. At least I appreciate that you didn't immediately bubble him, so you get partial credit. I just want you to think about your personal bubbles as much as you do about your projected, and then they'll be better. Because your projected... Yo, Beezy! 20 months? How's it possible? Holy smokes, dude. Thanks for the sub, mate. Careful, careful, careful. Careful, careful. You clearly want to grab. It's fine. Maybe a little early, because they can kite this one out. You want to be able to chase it. Oh, you are going to be able to chase them down. Sweet. Your Ryan should keep going. Nice. They tuck into left, which is a huge error, because you can actually kill them. Your Moira's going to kill their Ana. Or not. Your Moira's going to beef it. Okay. Okay, sweet. You get the kill anyway. Alright. Questionable personal bubble again. Bubble your Kree. Yeah, there's no real reason not to. Okay. Again, I'm really impressed by your projected bubbles. Like, nobody's perfect, and you're clearly not great at them, but for your, like, what is this? Like, Plat? This is fine. This is this is decent. If you work in your personal bubbles and get a better computer with better FPS and or work in your mechanics, you're gonna have a good time. Again, no real reason to bubble here. This is where I would be in comms because you really need to get charged here. You've not really had a need for a bubble, so you haven't really been wasting them, but you need to be charged, right? You can't be like, oh, I don't need a bubble, so I'm just not going to bubble forever. Eventually, you do have to greed bubbles. Yeah, so that was helpful with the Genji. Ooh, that's sketchy. I'm scared too because they're pushing really hard. All right, so you got a little charge here. Be very careful. You do not have personal bubble here, so I'm not a huge fan. That bubble's fine in your Ryan. Maybe a little early. You can jump in there and personal bubble yourself if you want to body block a little bit. That's another thing you can do with your personal bubble. This is a decent personal bubble. You were at least, that's a good projected bubble too. aim.ahk just shuts down. Again, your mechanics are really questionable there. You look very shaky. Great bubble. Oh, no, you bubble yourself. That's a good bubble there, too. Actually, it blocks the rock. Like, consistently, the biggest issues have been your first level and your mechanics are not good. I don't know if it's your computer setup or running out of mouse space or what, but like all of a sudden your aim will just conk. Just like it dies. It's like you turned off your mouse. Been too long? Yeah. So there's a situation where you don't need a bubble. I respect it. I respect. There's the personal bubble that is way more value. So you see what you did there? You don't bubble. Zarya reloads, or Zarya comes after you. Then you personal bubble second, and then she's screwed because she didn't get any value out of her aggression of her personal bubble. She bubbled too early. I'm not going to get into the whole bubbling first, bubbling second argument. It's not bad to bubble early, but you need to get like actual aggression out of it. And that Zarya just personal bubbled, even though she was taking no damage, so she got nothing out of it. Okay, almost done. Definitely an opportunity where you could greed bubble, maybe at least one bubble. You don't want to use both, but you could greed one. That's kind of an iffy projected bubble. Doesn't get a lot out of it. Doesn't get anything out of the shower. Now your Ryan's in deep and you don't have bubble. He's going to die. He should die. He is going to die. You need to be careful here. Think who you need to be bubbling here. You can bubble your Kree for 100%. Yep, good bubble. Maybe a tad early, but I'm not one to nitpick. You are going to get the... Hey, so the Kree baits attention, and you're able to kill the monkey because of it. Really charged. A little early bubble there. Burn the Genji is fine. It's good. Now just burn down the Ana, and you're good. Alright, nice. So you win. Okay. So, big thing, holy cow, white flash, is one, your mechanic, like, number one, your mechanics need to work. You need to play more Zarya. Or either that or figure out, like, get somebody in chat to help you post in, tech help or whatever, because your mechanics look really shaky, and I think it has partially to do with your setup. If you're playing on a laptop and dropping to like 3 FPS, that's a problem. And two, in terms of actual gameplay, work on your personal bubble usage. Like, am I taking damage? Do I need to personal bubble here? Like, am I already 95 charged, so I don't need to personal bubble until I get focused down? And then, like, situations where you can farm charge between fights. Really important. But your projected bubbles were not bad.